Hi, my name is Ezekeke Damiana and I'm here with my partner Anastasia Raphael and we are here to interview Tinko and embroidery trainer. Sir, please can we know your name?
Yes. Yeah, welcome. My name is Sulaiman Ibrahim Alainka, Tinko and embroidery trainer. Welcome.
You're welcome, sir. Sir, can you give us an overview of this skill and its any potential?
Yes. The skill is Tinko and embroidery work. Tinko is a form of embroidery that we put on, let me say, native garment, like a form of weaving that is done on a cloth. It's form an attachment to the cloth and make it more elegant. So we have various type of embroidery work. Just as I said, Tinko, we have 20U, we have Aiki Sama, we have knitting work, and then many other. But the most common one we have here is the Tinko, the 20U, and now we are having the monogram machine, which is also a form of embroidery. So, and as it has, the end there is a very lucrative business, and it has been in essence for a very long time. It has been in essence for a very long time, and people are making living with it. So it is very, very lucrative, and it's a self-sufficient business. I think that I'll cut it.
Thank you, sir. What makes this skill a lucrative choice for someone looking to make money?
Yes, we are in Africa, and most people like to add, we Africa, we like beauty. So you can have your clothes, but it look more elegant when you have design on it. So it's a lucrative, really. As I say, it's lucrative business, and you can make living with it. So because it is what people want, and once you have a customer patronizing you, you are making your money, and it's one of the highly demand, highly demand service that people source for. So Tinko is very high in demand. Though we have, as I said, we have various of embroidery. At least recently, the one that is making wave now is the monogram, which we also train our students about. It has to do with the computer embroidery and put it on garment. People are very fond of it now, so it's trending and people are trying to have it. Everybody's interested in having that kind of a design on their clothes. So it's very, very lucrative. People are turning to it. We have many people trying to put that on their garments. So, and one thing about fashion is that anything that is trending, people try to have it. So presently, the most trending of embroidery is the monogram. Others are people are also seeking for others, really, but the most trending, the one that is trending recently is the monogram embroidery, which people are trying to have on their garment.
Thank you, sir. How much capital does a beginner need to get started in this field?
Well, everything else, anything that has to do with machine or any equipment now in Nigeria, everything is getting high. So the price is not that high initially. Even with less than 100,000, you can get a Tinko machine. But presently, with the inflation and every rise in town, all these machines are now on the higher rate. So you have to have your Tinko machine now. You will not have less than 300,000 to start for the Tinko alone. So if you are now talking about other machines, that means we have a bigger capital. But it's easier if you start with just a machine and try to improve. So that's what I can say.
Thank you, sir. Are there any hidden or ongoing costs that people should be aware of?
Well, maybe once you have a machine, the only cost that people may need to know is the cost of the materials. You cannot just get the machine. You need to buy thread, buy steel, buy some other thing that will make the work goes. Once you want to do embroidery, you require to buy thread, various color. You may buy a thread today, it may not be that same thread you need tomorrow, because thread colors are all goes with the cloth. You cannot be using maybe today you have black color. Tomorrow maybe you don't need that black, you may need golden. So meaning that the cost of thread and cost of material are some of the things that people are not even taking into account, that maybe hidden from the beginning. But it's not that hidden. As I said, there's nothing hidden. But once you know that you're going to be buying thread and stay, those are the only costs that may comes in maybe after you start your production, maybe after you start your embroidery work. But there's nothing much. Then maybe just all these ones are common things. It's not hidden. Buying thread is not hidden. Buying stay, buying some other stuff that they need to make the embroidery works. It's not hidden. There's nothing hidden in the business. The business is plain. There's nothing hidden that much. But you must be aware that once you have your machine, you need to buy material. You cannot be working without material. I think that just.
Thank you, sir. Is it possible to start small and scale over time?
Yeah, that's possible. And that's why I said you may start by just buying just a machine. Once you have a machine, you can try and maybe after some time you make some money, buy another machine. Because embroidery work is wide. As I said, we have various type of machine. We may start with just a small machine. For instance, in University of London, we start with Tinko in our embroidery section. Thereafter, we start with Tinko and 20 UVR, the two at a time. But later, we have some monogram machine, which we are now using. We have some other machine that's now joining the embroidery workshop now. So it's easier to start small and scale up. Even in the monogram, because the monogram machine is one of the recent and the latest machine and the most expensive. But you can even have that monogram in scale. What I mean by in scale, that you have a monogram machine that has just one single head. You have someone that have dual head. It can be 3, it can be 4, and so on and so forth. It depends on how you produce. But you can just start with just single head. To be doing the same work, though the quantity that you will be producing at the time will be lower. But you know you are doing something. Something you need to do maybe in 1 hour to finish a job. Using just one head, it will take more than that 1 hour. But you know you are still doing something. So you can start little and grow the business. That's very, very common. That's very likely, and it's possible to do that.
Thank you, sir. What is the average earning range for someone just starting out in this skill?
Well, the average, it depends on what you are putting on ground. Let me say, if you are starting small, maybe you start with just Tinko. You know you should be expecting something lower, but maybe that's the most cheapest embroidery machine. So for instance, we are doing a Tinko, averagely in a month you should be saving like more than 100,000 or 150. So we are doing something like we now have a monogram machine. A monogram machine, a single monogram machine can hand you more than 200,000 a month, like 300,000, just a single one. And now if you have a multiple of monogram machine, embroidery machine, that means you can make more. You can make millions in a month if you have a very standard embroidery workshop.
Can a beginner earn money while learning, or is it mastery? Sorry, mistake. I haven't joined one question. How much can an experienced professional expect to make within 6 months, 1 year, or 5 years?
As I said, it all depends on what you put on ground. Embroidery is very, very wide. Whatever you put in is what you will be expecting. As I said, if you are putting more capital into it, definitely you will get, because assuming you just buy just a Tinko embroidery machine, as I said, you will get something lower, just a machine. If you had another machine like 20, you should be getting double. Now you have a monogram. That monogram alone can give you something large. If you have just a single head monogram machine, as I said, in a month you won't have less than 300,000 or 200,000. Just multiply by 6. Averagely in 6 months, you should be having, for monogram, you should be aiming like $1 million within 6 months. Like at least I'm going to have $1 million within 6 months. If it's just Tinko machine, maybe you'll be okay. For that Tinko, within a month, I should be having something like $500,000. You get that? So it depends on what you put on ground. But if you are putting everything on ground, maybe you invest heavily into the industry, then you should be having more. You can be making millions within a month, a year. Within a year, you can make like 10 million. You have a massive, a fully embroidered workshop. If you have a full embroidered workshop, It's within a month or 6 months, you'll be having like no less than 10 million, sincerely. But you must invest also into it to help get that. So once you have invested into the business, definitely it's a business that people do. Everybody is into fashion. Everybody don't want to look ugly. Everybody want to look good. So the fashion industry and the embroidery aspect of it is massive business.
Are there seasonal variations in income for this skill?
Yes, there are seasonal variation because just as we know, when there is specific period like during the Christmas, New Year, Salah period, the rate at which people get to market or have it, at least those people that they are not even buying clothes every time or every month or every week. They are always after this year or this Salah year or this Christmas period. I want to have this. So people turn in very high at that period of time. So at that period of time, the income gets increased. Your this thing, your patronage increase, the income increase also along. So the more the customer, the more you earn them. So at the festive period, certainly fashion industry has many patronage and many money comes in. You get that? So those are the period that at least there may be a change in what you earn, and that would be an advantage. Sure. So if that period, if you fall into that, if you analyze that period, definitely you'll be making more money at that period than any other period.
Okay, sir. Can a beginner earn money while learning, or is a mastery required to start earning?
Well, that's no guarantee, but you can make money. It depends on how let me say how is it creative? No, it depends on how that person can. Depending on your capacity, that training capacity. Because there are some trainers that make money while learning. Yeah, so it's the best way you can earn. For instance, maybe you are doing an extra job as a trainer, maybe like boss, you may not be a master, but you can get a customer from outside. So I have this, I can do this for you. You went there, you collect the job. You can also negotiate with your master. Sir, I want to do this social job. Maybe the job should go for maybe 1,000 naira. But when you go to when the person was learning, was able to get that design or that work from outside as maybe 1,500. It's going to be 1,000 naira to the master, and we also keep it some 500 naira. So it's possible. And there are some other area that at least when you are learning, you can be practicing some things, and some people will still like it. You can sell it out. Yeah, so you can be making some living. You can be making a training can also make some money while learning, but it depends on how innovative or how entrepreneurial that person is. What you can do, it depends, but it's not guaranteed. But some people are not even after that; they are just after learning and becoming a master, then start their own. Also, there are some people that are just like, okay, as I'm learning, I know some people that they may not be able to come to our shop, but I can go and meet them. So then, what we can do, collect the job and bring it in, do it at cheaper rate and make its own profits. It's allowed. It's possible also.
Okay, sir. What are the most essential steps a beginner should take to start earning quickly?
Earning quickly? Well, to earn, well, as I said earlier, it depends on that training on its own. If you want to make money quickly, meaning that at least you can start as, and just respond to that, making customers from outside. Some trainers even got their customer even before they become a master, because they know where they can get the market, the place they sell their product to, those people that they can meet and they will liaise with and get the job done. Not everybody is interested in coming to the workshop to do their this thing. But when you have some customer outside that you can liaise with, that is what we can do and can do better. You get your job, you can make your money. Those are just a simple step. The simple step is that a trainee should be able to identify the potential customers. So identifying the potential customer, we give that trainee is the first step that person must understand. Who am I going to be? Who are going to be my customer? Once you identify them, the second thing is that give those people what they want. Don't fake. Don't don't betray their trust. Whatever they want you to do, make sure it is done to the best. So once you know this kind of people, and then the price should be reasonable. If you have a very reasonable price for your customer, people will try to, at least, these are the steps that a trainee can take, or can, the steps that a trainee can at least train to make his money faster, even before becoming a master on his own. And that will be an advantage for him. Immediately become a master, then those customers, he will be able to retain them. You get it? That's just.
Okay, so what are the most essential steps a beginner should take? Okay, sorry. I've answered. Are there opportunities to work as an emperor? Sorry, mistake. Are there opportunities to work as an apprentice or assistant to build experience while in?
Yes. Yes, there is opportunity, especially if you are working in this kind of our own organization here. There is a university setup, so there are some trainees that once they come in, some are not that rich, and some can even sacrifice sometimes. Assuming you are working out within 8 and 3, if you have a training that said, okay, oh, sir, this is my training period, but at a certain period of time, I still want to be doing something to be earning myself some money. It can be an arrangement. That person will not be in a place of maybe work and study. He's studying and he's also working at that same faculty. So once you understand some things, you can be engaged. For instance, you have a mass production in our own organization here. Maybe you may be a trainee, but at the same time, we have something like we are producing in mass. And we cannot just be using you just like that. They are students and they are our training. It doesn't mean that they must be working like a laborer. Okay. So you need to let them, you motivate them with some money while they are also learning. You put them into some area, they help you, give them some payment. It's even come, you do it there. It may not happen outside, but in the university setup, we allow students, anybody that is learning this, to come in, learn, at the same time, when you have a very big or massive job, a massive contract you have to do with maybe this kind of service, we engage them to make sure that the body is being reduced and then to perform some tasks that will not be beyond their capacity, and they get some money. We do that.
Okay, sir. What is the current demand for this skill, and are there specific niches? Niches? Yeah, niches. Let me start again. What is the current demand for this skill, and are there specific niches that are more profitable?
And the demand is high, as I said. One thing about fashion is that fashion is not stable. It keeps growing every time. You know, just like our elderly, what they put on in those days is not what we put on today again. Style, everything changes. So, and that's why I said our own skill that we talk about, which is Tinko. Majorly, Tinko is one of the oldest. We've got some recent design. That's why and that's why we are not even confined to just Tinko alone. And that's why this our skill is Tinko and embroidery works, because we know Tinko is the foundation, others join, and that's how we place it. So here now, though design has been changing and has been evolving since. So and presently the stage we are at now is the monogram. That's the recent, as I said, is the most recent. It's also a form of embroidery, just like Tinko, but that monogram alone is what almost everybody are now trying to have. Even those people that are into the market, those people that are into embroidery business, they are now trying to have, everyone is trying to have this embroidery machine. Even if it is just a single weight machine, people are trying to have it, and people are demanding it. And let me tell you, it's one of the lucrative business around now. Just like, I don't know what to compare with, but I know this is very, very lucrative. Once you are mastering into it, once you master into embroidery, and you have this kind of machine, you are going to be making your money. A simple design in monogram now, you can have it just as low as 3,000 naira, and that 3,000 naira you will be able to do the job within. Just imagine you can do that within maximum of 30 minutes. You are done, and you have 3,000 naira. You can imagine how many 70,000 you can have within a day. And you buy little, you get little material to make this done. But you must be a master in it. But this machine, though the machine is expensive, or not that expensive, but let me just say it's expensive, but it is avoidable. So once one can get that machine, you are going to be making your money. You will not even need a white collar job. Let me tell you, you will not need this. Except you'll be in, maybe, I don't know, maybe they say maybe people in the CBN or in the oil industry, they are making money. I don't know that. But what I know is that if you have this kind of machine, definitely you don't need white collar job. You don't need the government. You don't need to be working under any organization or any other government.
How can someone differentiate themselves in this field to earn more?
Well, that's individual. Let me say, nobody. Every human being is unique. It depends on your knowledge, your skill, your ability, your innovative. That's what distinguishes you with others. You want to be distinctive. You want to be different from others. That means your personal design must be worked on. You get that? So the way you bring the output of your work should be attractive, should be neat. Your job should be neat. You must be up to date. You must be able to use the right color for the right clothes, because some people just use color anyhow. You must have so many other things. Then you must be able to train yourself and retrain. So when you do that, for sure you will not be like just ordinary again. You get that? So you can just work on your personal listing. Don't just get satisfied with what you have today. Always try to improve yourself every day, because embroidery or any embroidery or design is not something that you just keep on. You grow on it. You get that? So you keep doing something different. Don't give your customer the same thing all the time. You're going to innovate. Do something new again. Do something new, then sure you are going to make your business.
Can you share a success story of someone who started small and became very successful?
Well, I don't know, maybe I know much. That's a big question, but that's how everybody starts. Well, me also, I can just use my own case. I also started small. I started this embroidery work just from Tinko machine, locally. But I find, but now I do operate various machines now. So I don't know how, and then there are many people in town also that you see, they just start little with a machine. Now they have multi-machine now, various form of running machine. They are very dedicated. You at least, once you get some money, you can still buy another machine. They have just a machine, Tinko machine, you know how much you earn, but you can still have another one. Even Tinko, some people have more than 3-4 Tinko machines that they have in their shop. They have, maybe when they are doing something, some apprentices may be using one. They will give them some job to do. They will also be making money. If you don't have any apprentices, you can engage some people that are not prepared to have the machine and they are master in this work. You can engage them to help you do that. Then you can even advance, buy other form of embroidery machine. The more machine you get, the more customer you get. You get that? So you can. There are many people that have done that. I don't want to mention any name, but there are many people in town that start embroidery work little and they are now big in it. They are now even an international standard in the industry.
What are the common mistakes beginners make when trying to monetize this skill?
Well, it depends. Beginners, the most common is that maybe, let me say, the beginner initially you don't need to aim at the money aspect. You just need to focus on how to become a master of the skill. If you're after money too much, definitely you may not even arrive there. So the best is that, first of all, don't look at the money aspect. Look on how you want to improve yourself, because some people are not even master before they start their job. Some people will just learn within a few period of 3 months and say, okay, since you've learned what we can start now. No. Some people just rush into the industry. We have many people doing embroidery work, but not all of them are that good. And that's why you have some issue around it. And some people just say, when you give your clothes to some people, just spoil your clothes. All that kind of complaint. It happens in the fashion industry and it also happens in the embroidery. Some people just give you a job that is not even well fitted. Like it. People just complain a lot. So the problem is that some people don't want to sacrifice their time and stress themselves before they become, because some people just learn with you free period and now say they want to buy their machine and they want to start. That may not be enough. The output may be bad, and that was major. The mistake some people make. They need to calm down, calm down their head and calm down their body, and learn this to perfection. It may not be that perfect. It may not be 100% perfect, but it should be close to that, so that you will not be making mistakes when you are doing job for customers. So some people don't want to learn for that long. Once they get into the business, the next thing they'll be looking for, when am I going to start making my money? It's good that you learn how to make your money, but not that you don't need to rush into it. So a beginner needs to be calm and try to learn and become the master and master the skill before they start their own industry. This is not disturbing. Wait, you can call this. This is coming. Maybe to be my student. I don't know why they are stopping me. Okay, where can we put it now?
Can you put it outside?
Sorry. It's outside, that's why it's vibrating, but I just want it to be, disturbed now. Sorry. Yeah, this one should do. So what again? I'm going now.
Do you have any tips for maximizing profits while maximizing expenses?
Yeah, minimizing expenses or maximizing?
Sorry. Do you have any tips for maximizing profits while minimizing expenses?
You see, that do happen really, because that's major this thing. They are an entrepreneur. You must try to know that for sure. In any area you find yourself, you should be able to identify that. How can I maximize my profits while lowering your expenses? That's what we do every day. We are not, and that's why once we make use of some material, there are some material that are reusable. You don't just throw them away. You get that? So those ones will help. At times you may be doing some work, you don't just see that, okay, you must, whatever your leftover, maybe the chair, the material you use, you can keep it very well, not just wasting them. There will be a time that you may need that color. Initially I said maybe today you need black, you are using black, but maybe you may need white. But that doesn't mean that tomorrow you will not need that black again. Next tomorrow you will not need it. So you must always keep whatever you use that is not, that are reusable. Always keep them separately. That will save you some cost of that time. You don't know when that time will come, but always make sure that whatever you have left, you don't just discard them, waste them. Keep them very well and make it tidy then. Always give your machine a very proper maintenance. Because if you don't maintain your machine well, and it gets to a state that you now need to be buying some parts, that will be too much on you. But it's easier to maintain, but it's more expensive when you are repairing. You get that? So those are the areas that you can try to minimize or maximize to maximize your profits. I think that's better.
How sustainable is this skill as a long-term source of income?
Well, as I said, the skill has been in a very long time. If it is not sustainable, I will not be there today. People have been doing it for a very long time. Even before me or we are even born. You can imagine. And now we are still doing it. And tomorrow people will still be doing it, because people always, fashion is something that keeps growing. As a business that people are not sleeping on. People are just trying to see what we, every time things are evolving. We are having fresh machine now. Even in the Western world, they are into embroidery. It may not be in our own. All these Adidas, all these Nike, they make some embroidery. Their logo is a form of embroidery. All these football club, they make their badges. It's embroidery they put on it. They put logo. All this logo, most of it are not prints. They are embroidery that was used to do that. So human beings just keep needing embroidery in one way or the other.
How sustainable is this skill as a long-term source of income?
It's sustainable, as I said, it is sustainable because it has been a self-sustaining business. People have been doing it for a very long time, even before we are born. So, and up to this moment of time, we are still doing it. And one thing that about this business is that the more, as you, at least every time, once you are not sleeping, you need to be doing something new. Don't just be doing the same thing all over the time. You can always innovate a new design and new this thing. So you do it time and time. At the same time, there's many machines that is even coming into existence now that have not been in existence before. Like this monogram machine that we are just seeing now. People are patronizing and people are eager to have it on their garment as a form of embroidery. So it's a business that has been like that. And each time people are, anytime like this, as I said, so even anytime people need embroidery, they will always call and they are always available. So it's something that is common, it has been designed to be for a very, very long time.
Are there trends or innovations in this skill that people should prepare for?
What? The question? Again?
Are there trends or innovations in this skill that people should prepare for?
Innovation, well, really every time, every skill, there are so many, there are trending this thing. There are many innovations that comes on board. You know, new design comes out every time. Some people just come up with a designer who will now, through their magazine, officials and the likes. And some people, you know, this fashion show people do, some design just come in, you don't even know before. So every time things keep changing. As I said, design is not fixed, it's not something that you just want. It changes with time, it changes with events, it changes with even different actors. Let me say different actors, because when some people get in, some people are just coming into the embroidery world now, they are into design. The way they reason, the way they think, what they come out with, it's not something that maybe some people that are in the business before, they are not even thinking of it. So every time new innovation comes in, new ideas, new design comes in. So it comes anytime, you must be prepared, otherwise you'll be behind. So it means that everybody that is a master in this business must be ready for that kind of innovation that comes up. And he also must also prepare and to join the trend of those people that are bringing in new design every time, every day. So I think that's my response.
Okay, that's the last question, sir. Thank you very much for being with us today.
Yeah,
and
welcome.
I'm sure we all have learned a lot about Tinko and embroidery.
Thank you so much. You're welcome.